Today, we are building this ridiculous Lamborghini Huracan. This is a car that I have only just recently fallen in love with. At first, I was like, yeah, I don't know about that, but it is a Lamborghini Huracan. Now, there are some nice things about it. For example, it actually has a V10. Now, if we pop into the engine, can we actually have a look? No, we can't. It says Lamborghini on it. I am quite impressed, because this is a mod, if you couldn't tell already. So, this is not one I've purchased. This one is going in the bin. Get the ugly Range Rover in the bin. We have already purchased one. I found one a little bit better earlier. I did some little testing to make sure the mod's working properly. And thus, we can now begin building this. This is the Performante pack. It looks awesome. I'm pretty sure you shall agree. The lights are actually on, so I should probably disconnect that battery there before we jump into it. So, this one I actually already... This is really not working well, is it? There we go. This one I already took the engine cover off, and as you will be able to see, there is a... not an issue, but a discrepancy. A discrepancy. That's the perfect way to describe it. So, this car makes currently... If we should actually send it to Dyno. Doesn't it look so good in here? I love the look of this thing. The stand Huracan, throw a few bits on it. Beautiful. Now, we're going to run this on the Dyno. I've ran this without sound before. It sounds like a car mechanic simulator car. 503. It's still going, though. It really wants me to hear this roar. But unfortunately, that roar is not great. Anyway, we're going to move it. We're going to do a nice, cheeky build on it. So, I do actually... I am starting to get some frame drops for the amount of vehicles in here. So, I'm kind of going to make one of these vacate the area. We're actually going to move you to the parking. What? That's not my car. Balls! We'll move this, because we built this last time. If you haven't seen that video, highly recommend. We're going to take it apart. We're going to take the engine out. And we're going to make it so that this beautiful monstrosity makes more power than it ever wanted. Where's my engine mount? Do you see the issue here? Yes, there is an issue here. Can I actually get it to pick the engine up? Install engine into car. No. I want to pull out the engine. Oh, I've got to unmount the gearbox. Well, that would make sense, wouldn't it, Theo? Where's the button? You know what? I've never actually seen this before. That is a menacing piece of kit. We're going to have to disconnect the rear axle. It's been a thing we've started playing again recently. We used to smash this game back in the day. We used to play a lot of it. And since the mods started to come out, like the mods are still going ham on this game. So I'm very, very happy. So let's remove the starter motor from there and pull out the gearbox. Is that all that's holding it in? That is amazing. I've never actually considered where does it mount. Of course, on a Huracan, it's somewhat different. This is a Porsche. It is a Porsche drivetrain. Very odd indeed. Drain the oil. God damn it! Why couldn't you tell me this before? Beforehand would have been nice. I can't actually get to the oil drain. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull off the whole damn bottom of the engine. You don't drain the oil. Well, if you hadn't realized. Can we do it now? Yes, we can. What? The engine is invisible. Okay. I was a bit worried there. I had the worries. But here is the engine. It's actually kind of small now, isn't it? It looks much smaller now that it's out of the car. That's kind of terrifying, to be honest with you. So, we're going to take this baby apart. We're going to whip off all the filters, because that's the bit I did. I have tested this. So, there wasn't people saying in the comments that they weren't sure. Or they weren't sure. They had some issues. They built the car, and it wasn't playing. It wasn't playing ball. I want to get 1,000 horses. All right? That's what I want. I want 1,000 horsepower. That's all I need in my life right now. I think a Huracan, twin turbo Huracan, easy peasy. Unfortunately, we don't have turbos to install on this, which is a bit of a shame. I'm learning quite a lot, to be honest. I say I'm learning quite a lot. I'm learning that Porsche engines, the Porsche V10 right here, is It's a big one. It is a big one. We are down to the engine block. Look at that. Bloody brilliant. So we need to get underneath it, which I'm probably going to have to do a little bit of a twist. Give it a rotate. Give it a rotate. Look at that. She is almost completely undone. There's the engine block. Can we replace the whole damn block? That's a good question. That is the final piece that is available. The engine. Was there actually any point in us taking this apart? Or are we going to end up rebuilding a full engine here? If we can get a block, that's going to... Yeah. So if I go to the tuning, I've searched V10 already. Let's have a look. V10 head. Yeah, it's just the heads. I was worried we just wasted a damn time. We're okay. So there's a whole bunch of parts in here. I've already bought the intake manifold. That's one thing I did try. And there's also the throttles, which is W12 V10. That's the one we're actually using. We've got the fuel rails and the V10. 10 of those. I love the rebuild. The rebuild is so exciting all the time. Let's have a scroll through. Give us our slightly more powerful versions. Bang. Oh, we need piston rings. But we have piston rings. To be fair, it's a much quicker process than doing the actual thing. I ain't gonna complain. No more complaining. It's not allowed. I think I will eventually end up with something like a Huracan. I know my dream Lamborghini is a Murcielago. For those that don't know. If you've been around for more than 5 minutes, you'll probably know that. But I would say the Huracan would be a nice daily supercar. That's what I've heard. I've heard good things about it being a nice daily supercar. Currently, the Supra is the daily. But if I'm totally honest with you, I need a bit more power. Now, of course, it's very easy to get more power from that thing. And I just feel like a Huracan would be a good, cool daily in that way. So there's the oil pan now requesting to go on, which means we're basically done with that underside. We do have the alternator that we can do as well. I completely forgot. Right, we're now moving on to the engine head, and it is actually the... I'm gonna just search V10. Actually, that's probably a little bit easier. It is the engine head A V10, but which... Oh my god, there's different... Why are they all called A? That's a cool shot. You see the Lamborghini underneath the car? That's pretty cool. Oh, mate. This is the dream. My new garage that I revealed on my second channel. If you haven't seen that, I highly recommend you do. But most of you probably already have. Thank you very much for that, by the way. Right. That is those done. Let's do the caps to the top. Okay. It's done. The engine is complete, so we can now actually, I guess, take it to the engine crane. So, install an engine. There's nothing to work with. How do I move you? It's in. That's beautiful. And I think we do have a Lamborghini cover to throw on there as well, just so it's a little bit more authentic. I needed to lower it. Oh, and the gearbox. Can we get a new gearbox? We've actually never done that in this game yet. So I think a custom gearbox shop, V10. Oh, we have a custom V10 gearbox. Yes, please. 3 grand. Is that it? What? Very nice. And then on goes the wheel, which we will be changing because these wheels are not the nicest. They're okay. There you go. Now it's a Lamborghini engine, just like that. Beautiful. Okay, I guess we now take it to the dyno before we move on to the next stage, which is going to be making this thing look like a beautiful mobile. Or as people like to comment, oh, did I take off the start? There's no starter. I swear every mod we've been doing, the exhaust doesn't actually get connected to anything. It just sits there. But that's got to be loud. It's not straight pipes, but it's close to bloody enough. Of course, we get to play with the gearbox and stuff, which I might have a go. But we're going to start with the dyno test. Run the dyno. This better make 1,000 damn horsepower. We have done everything possible to this car. Nothing else can be done. 1,000 or I will throw the poo-poo. 700? Come on. Is that the most we can get? 700? I eat 700 for breakfast. My Skyline makes 600 at the wheels. I think it's not 600 at the wheels. Shush! It's 600. I forget. I need to look at my dyno sheet. Let's move this car now into the lifter A because it's now being upgraded. Upgraded into first class. And we're going to start ripping off some bits. Now, I need to be careful. If I remove the interior, apparently some people have had issues putting it back on. So no interior bits. But it does mean we get to do some beautiful shopping. So if we go to the body tuning and we search Huracan. Community body shop. I'm such a fool. Huracan. And we should find... My mouse is automatically scrolling there. A few bits to say the least. Now, I saw a wide body. I did. The Huracan engine cover. Oh, there's different engine covers. That is pretty sweet. I'm going to go with this engine cover because it looks like it's got a bit of carbon fibre. We've got the windows. We've got the doors. We're going to keep the Performante parts on it because I think that looks great. I need to make sure that I don't know if one part of it actually has that. Oh, my God. Decided on the rear bumper. I may already have that bumper. We shall find out with time. We got the wing and also the tinted lights. We're going to throw on the tinted lights front and rear. And we got the trunk. We got different trunks. Now I may have changed my mind here just a smidge. There are some parts here. The wide body fenders seem to go on with the bumpers. So we're going to take off this rear bumper. I know, I'm sorry. Such a shame, but... we need that wide body. Yes, it goes on with the bumper. That is scrumptious. Let's take off the front bumper. Here she is. It's looking menacing already. Now, the wheel fitment is kind of broken, so that's something we're going to have to fix. We already have that rear that I was talking about. The lights, though. Let's go back to normal mode. We need to take off these lights and throw on the tinted lights, because the tinted lights add a little bit of nice effect to it to finish it off. That is going to look... menacing. I love this so much. The wide body. Let's open this. Of course, the engine cover is something else we could change. Let's actually see what the new one looks like. Oh, now that is more like it. Beautiful. I keep forgetting I'm on the assemble mode. So, right, let's get some wheels on this. I've actually, thanks to some of the community, they've already given me the specs that I need for the wheels. We just need to decide what wheels we're going for. I don't know why I keep doing that. I've just added on to everything. I think I've got it. We're going for 4 of these beautiful babies. Now, size, we're going to go for 20-inch rims. I think that's a safe bet to go for. And just purchase them as they are. Now, for the tires, we're probably going to do some tire texty stuffs again. Tire text, if you got tire text and you don't do it, get in the bloody bin. We're going to go for slicks. Let's go for slicks, actually. So let's go for 2, the size of 20. And the width that someone gave me was 355. So I've run into an issue. I can't figure out how I'm supposed to get the tires bigger. I think I may need some to change the rating of the wheels a little bit as well. So let's take that one, put that on the balancer. There you go. So we're going to have to buy some more wheels and test. So there's still a little bit of trial and error. I guess let's try install one of these on the front like the guy said. I'm hoping and praying. Rim 13. There she is. Put her on. Come on, please fit. Please fit nice. Okay, the problem is if it does fit nice... oh, it fits perfectly. How do we get 400 at the back? That's a big issue. How on earth are we going to do that? Here we go. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. Oh. It's not. Oh. God, no. Oh. Okay. I mean, I think that's pretty good. What I did is... the 50 ET on the option. I'm happy with that, so I'm actually going to get another one of those tires. Just to show you exactly what I did, I went for one of these and the ET all the way to 50, and that is how you bloody do it, apparently. Oh, I'll take it. It's got a little bit of poke, but it is currently lifted in the back end. At least that's what it looks like. Okay, final step then is to move this to paint. So, we've got to decide on a color. It is kind of going to be difficult because the Huracan suits many cars. It's a skittle. It's a bloody skittle. Right. Hue. Let's come up with some paint here. Now, I saw in one of the pictures that it was pretty nice in like a turquoisey color. But I'm not going to go for that. I might go for a purple, maybe a pink, maybe a red. Something screaming Lamborghini. And I think I have decided that pretty damn quickly. That is awesome. I'm going to decrease the brightness just a little bit because that's kind of blinding. Do we have any liveries available? It says none. So that would be a no. We've got metallic paints. We can have matte, pearl, chameleon. Oh, that actually looks really nice. I think I'm going to go with the chameleon and paint car. Beautiful, baby. I love it. It's looking so good. It's looking beautiful. It looks lifted at the back, but we're going to gloss over that. The only other thing to do is to take this beautiful car to a track. I'm so ready. Let's go. That actually took longer to build than I think the whole rebuild cars that we've been doing so far. Strange, isn't it? Strange. So we'll take it to the test track. Here she is. How much does 700 horses do for the Lamborghini? Sees the camera. Oh, it looks so good, doesn't it? It looks really good. Ooh. That sounds horrendous. On the acceleration, that sounds pretty nice. Oh. I'll be honest, that don't sound great. But this all-wheel drive, baby, she grips. We're flying through the testing here. That is really, that's one of the best handling cars I've driven in a long while. I think it's meant to be, obviously it's meant to be Porsche, isn't it? So, oh, that's a stop. Let's do a skr. Brake test. Stop. I passed. The car is good. It's all bloody brilliant. Okay, how much is this worth? Now, just to be clear, this car was free when I bought it for some strange reason. I don't think they put in the value of the car properly. So if we go into car status, it is worth 100,000 up from nothing. That's pretty sweet. Do we sell it? Hell no, we've done an extra kilometer on it. All right, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next Car Mechanic Simulator video. Until next time, peace.